Gentlemen, we have called you together to inform you that we are going to overthrow the United States government. Do you still think that jet fuel brought down the World Trade Center?
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little baby. And when you awake, you'll be under Agenda 21. Take your vaccines and go to sleep and have an autoimmune response. And when you awake, you'll be retarded, which is just what we want.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
But I also believe that a lot of gun owners would agree that AK-47s belong in the hands of soldiers, not in the hands of criminals.
Guns will be taken, and no one will be able to be armed. We will take all guns.
For many of the police and guard troops, it is an uncomfortable job to do this in an American city.
Global governance at last. Is it one world? The central bankers in charge. But aren't we all just living and dying for what the central banks do?
As for me, give me liberty or give me death!
The answer to 1984 is 1776.
It's Thursday, the 18th day of April, 2013. I'm your host, Alex Jones. This is another live edition of InfoWars Nightly News. It is 7:05 Central Standard Time right now. And a lot of us have been working around the clock covering the different developments. Before I get to all this news, I just want to say this. There is no doubt this was a totally staged event now, not just provocateur. And when I saw the FBI press conference about an hour ago with Dan Badandi there asking the questions, they shut another third conference down after it. He had cops threatening him, FBI threatening him before and after. And the FBI arrogant goon, just a mafia, gets up there and goes, "You only trust photos we give you. You don't look at any other photos. For 100 years, we've used you to help capture bad guys, the ones that didn't pay Jig or Hoover off or buy them enough dresses." And he basically goes on and says, "We need your eyes and ears on this, but only on the 2 people we show you. No one else. Don't look at the other photos." Now, I mean, who would say that? They'd say, this is who we really think it is, not the last couple of groups of patsies that we've exposed. You don't say, don't look at anything else. And media, don't talk about anything else, because we released the photos. They were public photos, but we dug through them, that showed dozens of now Navy SEALs with the Navy SEAL hats and the outfits out there. We've shown all that. We're going to go over that again in a moment. Right around the people with the supposed bombs, right where the bomb goes off. And none of the media will touch these. They'll show a guy on a roof and go, who's that? Because it's blurred. They don't want to touch this. And now the FBI, after they said yesterday, we have the guy that did it, the press conference. And then something changed and they send troops to take over a courthouse and the guy disappears. And never mind that. Now we have who we think did it, with different color backpacks. And then I'm watching CNN right before we went on tonight. And the financial chick, what's her name? She used to be on CNBC. What's her name? She's on there with the guest on the streets of Boston going, it's probably going to be veterans, these guys. They look confident. And we're going to show you some of that video. Yeah, it's the veterans. They're the ones. Because they've been branding veterans are going to bomb all of us for the last few years, and we've got to take all their guns. And, I mean, they're the new enemy. And I said, wow, you know, what's worse than the Tea Party? Only veterans. What's worse than gun owners? Only veterans. I mean, it's the #1 enemy, they've told us. And so now, and of course, all the left-wing, White House-controlled CNN, MSNBC said, it's going to be right-wingers yesterday. We've gotten the word. We're going to blame it all on you guys. We're the heroes. We're the heroes. We're the heroes. And then meanwhile, you've got Craft International, it looks like. They've got their symbol out there, a Navy SEAL sheep dip group, sitting there, running around all over the place, and guys with big black backpacks everywhere, and other people with black backpacks. So it looks like hillbilly patsies. We're going to show some of that here in a moment. But first, the FBI, this is their new footage. They said, ignore everything else. Ignore everything else. Ignore all the Saudis crawling all over it, and Obama in an emergency meeting with the Saudi foreign minister. Ignore all that. Ignore everything. No. There's this footage. Let's go ahead and show this footage. Look, they're blurring a guy out in the doorway, but they didn't blur him from the other angle as the supposed suspects walk by. And when you see that footage, you can see the guy with an earpiece. They walk by, he looks at him, and then it just continues on. The whole thing is just absolutely incredibly suspicious. So here you can see him, the earpiece, he's talking. And then after he goes back by, they then show that guy from the other angle, and he is blurred out. So very, very important on that front. And Infowars.com is receiving about 100,000 new visitors, not hits, visitors a minute when I talk to our IT folks. That's why it takes the site a few seconds to load, but the caching is working. The server systems, CDNs, clouds are working. And so that's the good news here. You guys can sit up there at your press conference and say, only look at this, look at nothing else, which is incredibly guilty. Like, whatever you do, don't dig in my backyard. You know, it's just whatever you do, ignore the elephant in the room. But it doesn't matter. The people know. And they've seen what you've done, and they've seen every sitcom and drama saying the veterans and right-wingers are going to blow you up next week. Give your guns up. And now Obama says, I don't care if Congress didn't ban the guns. I'm going to do it with executive order. That just came out about an hour ago. I mean, this is a takeover. Just like you've seen in Europe. Obama's just a puppet. I mean, you've got Axelrod and all his insiders going, it will be right-wingers. It's a lone person. It's only one. And he's a right-winger. We can't say anything else. That was yesterday morning and the night before. And then now it's, oh, no, it's these guys. Oh, no, it's those guys. But just know it's a right-winger. And then I'm watching CNN, and they're like, I'm afraid it's going to be veterans. And I found the article. They had CNN saying that 2 nights ago. You know, we have a feeling it's going to be veterans. It's just a feeling. And then when it ends up being that, just remember that. They just magically knew. They're so good at it. No, it's a bunch of private contractors and groups that are going to get billions of dollars out of turning America into a police state and roughing you and your family up when they... Go to Infowars.com, type in papers, please, Infowars.com, and it shows Nazi Germany checking papers, and then Boston with the military checking some businessmen's papers. When they had hundreds of 400 military troops everywhere, 2,000 police, and it didn't stop this. Navy SEALs everywhere where the bomb went off. Let's say they're not involved. You know, let's say the moon's made of cheese, they're not involved. And still it didn't protect you. Now, this is about them running our lives, and they're the new superclass where, oh, you're a Navy SEAL. That means you walk on water. Here it is. FBI ignores men with backpacks at scene of Boston bombing. Other photos will not be deemed credible. That's what they say in this video we're about to go to, where the FBI gets up there, because they're the FBI, Federal Bureau of Godliness, and they say, do not look at anybody else but these photos. Ignore everything else. Don't notice the man behind the curtain. No, look at the big projected Oz. So let's go ahead now and go to that clip. Pay no attention to other pictures, whatever you do. Let's, again, get that video queued up. As soon as you're ready, tell me. Well, as we are live at 7:12 Central. Okay, you've got it. Here they are in the press conference just a few hours ago saying, do not look at anything else, whatever you do. I know nothing. Here it is.
As you can see, the quality of the photos is quite good, but we will continue to work on developing additional images to improve their identification value. Further, on FBI.gov, we have photos of the suspects. The photos and videos are posted for the public and media to use, review, and publicize. For clarity, these images should be the only ones, and I emphasize the only ones, that the public should view to assist us. Other photos should not be deemed credible, and they unnecessarily divert the public's attention in the wrong direction and create undue work for vital law enforcement resources. The photos can be viewed on our website, FBI.gov. It is important to emphasize the images from Monday are indelible, and the horror of that day will remain with us forever. This further underscores our obligation to investigate this crime judiciously in order to bring those responsible to justice. The victims and the survivors deserve nothing more. Nothing less, excuse me.
Yeah, I bet you dehumanized him pretty bad, bud. A little 8-year-old kid. Hey, here, son. Here's the here you go. I mean, you know, this is there's Navy SEALs 20 feet away, but no one knows what happened. I mean, this is so cold-blooded. Don't look at any other photos. God, if you ID one of our people, we're screwed. Don't look at anything. Nothing. Don't look at anything but these pictures. Of course, we said we had the suspect already caught, and it was him yesterday, but then something happened, and we had to raid it with military at the courthouse. But just listen, whatever you do, don't look at other photos. Please, oh, God, we got blown wide open on this. Our people are everywhere, all over this. Oh, God. Oh, just listen. Whatever you do, if you care about the victims, don't look at any other pictures. It's your job. We saw the tragedy. Do not look at other photos. Do not go to Infowars.com, whatever you do. They come over to our reporter beforehand and said, "You're not going to talk, are you, buddy? Keep your mouth shut, Madandi." Well, you know what? He didn't show up. And then he went on CNN and was bullhorning while the guy was saying, "It's probably veterans. You know how evil our military is." And that guy was causing trouble in the press conference. I mean, and they had Bill O'Reilly on last night. I just saw the clip before we went live on YouTube going, there's nobody more despicable than Alex Jones. I mean, there's nothing more despicable than saying, you know, look at these photos of just security everywhere right around the bomb with big black backpacks. I mean, don't look at big black backpacks. Just no, we're saving you. We don't want trillions in weapon sales and a takeover. We wouldn't hurt a few children. I mean, we bomb whole villages whenever we feel like it. No, we're good people. We're good. We're your friends. Sure, we did medical experiments on U.S. troops killing them and shot people up with syphilis and radiated little kids to death, but we don't do that now. Of course, the Guard still shot we knew was killing people, but you know, everything's fine. Let's go ahead and move along now to the next piece of news. Mike Adams breaking photo services of the Kraft mobile communications van at Boston Marathon. And look at all the other guys in their little Kraft uniforms. Either that or somebody's copying the Kraft uniforms that we've seen on their own website. But hey, just again, look at no one, even though these guys were 20 feet from the bomb and had big black backpacks. And look at these guys with gray backpacks. That's what you need to look at right now. And again, I'm not even saying these guys were involved. There's the guy with the Geiger counter that we showed you yesterday. The whole point is that they were in command of the situation. There was a drill, and the government has been caught lying about all that. Continuing, chaos engulfs Boston as mainstream media can't give its cover story straight. And that's why they canceled the press conference yesterday, had all these emergency meetings. And again, boys, you said only go to FBI.gov. Only there. Only there. Do not look at it. Do not, if you see people in these videos with black backpacks, forget them. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little baby. And when you awake, you'll be under Agenda 21. Take your vaccines and go to sleep and have an autoimmune response. And when you awake, you'll be retarded, which is just what we want. And when you awake, I'll bake you a cake with 24 little horses. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Dan Bidandi at the press conference, shutting down the third press conference as they panic, as he brings up the real issues. Dan Bidandi, the InfoWars reporter, engaging the globalists at point-blank range. Here it is.
Ortiz to comment on that aspect.
Why are you denying that there was bomb drills Monday morning? We got photographs on Infowars.com, folks.
of contract.
Next question, please. Next question, please. Yes. Yes.
Are both suspects seen planting these devices at the finish line of the Boston Marathon? Both of them?
No.
What time? What time?
The only one who was observed planting what we believe to be the device is suspect number 2 with a white cap. At these are the people of interest to the